Hey, how's everyone doing? I thought it might be fun to take a look at Car Mechanic Simulator. I haven't started up a new profile in a while, and when I have, I've played in expert mode. So this is a game I'd like to try maybe streaming a little bit. So I thought it'd be fun to maybe take a look at the first job in this game. I have turned the music off just to make it a little bit easier to watch, but let's take a look. It's pretty much, there's not a lot of introduction to do. Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You're simulating being a car mechanic. It's also worth noting it's a much nicer game, nicer looking game than what you're about to see. I've had to dial the graphic settings down a little bit in order to get it to work, but I thought it'd still be fun to look at it. And I haven't done sort of the initial stages of gameplay in quite a while. You get to a point where you can actually buy at auction old used cars and then kind of fix them up, and that's a lot of what I've been doing. So here we go. The basic mechanics of the game and how to sort out your first few jobs. Oh, the phone's ringing. Could be a new customer. Go to the desk and pick up the phone to see what needs to be done. Now, I apologize, you are going to hear my keys clacking as I move around. It's near-ish to my microphone. Because of the hardware I happen to have on me, I can only actually do one thing at once. So it's not. I can't have a keyboard and mouse at the same time. So okay, you might need more XP to take some jobs, and you can do new jobs. So it looks like this is a Royale Bianco, whatever that's supposed to be, and this car is hard to control. So we'll take it. It's our only job. We'll take it. We've only got $2,000 in the bank as it is. Alrighty. So we can press O to look at the order. So there's just this one part. Right. If you don't like the job, you can always end it and you get a refund, but you'll miss the bonus for finishing the job. Okay. All right. So yeah, this comes in handy later when you can repair parts a little bit down the line. It'll say, you know, you have to get all the parts that you're fixing up to 77%. That's sort of the customer said, you know, I want all my parts up to 77%. That's how being a real mechanic works, right? And so, well, there are more jobs coming in, but we're busy. We've got this one already. And in this game, in this version at least, you don't have anything to lose by letting them sit on the phone. Oh, yes. Right. Okay. So we'll go over to the car. We'll take a look at it. It said it was the sway bar rear end link. All right. So that's part of the rear suspension. Right. So we're looking for the sway bar rear end link. Now if I press 3 and go into examine mode, right, you can see if the part's broken or not. And I think what we will see if we look the right way is, there it is. See that part? That's red. So we can actually, he said, we can hover over all these things and it'll tell us the condition. And it doesn't know because we haven't examined. I mean, we can examine this one, right? 80%, that's fine. That's above 77%. But this one we know is 3, right? So we can go into disassemble mode and try to take it off, try to replace it. And you can see it says, well, if we try to hover over it, it displays the wheel in red. That means that we need to take the wheel off in order to get to it. And then we have each of these bolts. You just click it, it unscrews. I saw a great bug in the newest Car Mechanic Simulator. If you were on the left side of the car, the bolts all unscrewed the wrong way. So it was like you had to turn them to the right to get them off because they were on the opposite side of the car. All right, so now we can remove this sway bar rear end link with just one bolt. Yeah, just one bolt. So now we can see if we look in our inventory that we have that part. Now later on in the game you can repair parts, but this one you can't. You can't yet. So what that means we'll have to do is we'll have to go and buy it. So how do we go and buy it? Well, we go over to our computer and we find it in the car part shop. So it was part of the suspension. The word they use is running gear, and it was a sway bar rear end link. Thankfully, these are in alphabetical order. So we can look, we can find sway bar rear end link. We can buy it for $26. And I'm pretty sure once we're done with the job, we'll see that we get reimbursed for the cost of that part. I mean, you'd expect to, right? Replacing a part for someone. Go over here and take a look at it. And there we go. You can mount parts in their places. A transparent part silhouette will appear when the part can be mounted. So yeah, there's a transparent silhouette. Right-click on it. Now we'll bolt it back in. So we've replaced the part. Obviously, we got to put the person's wheel back on. Put the wheel back on. That bolt too. Now, really, I should be doing these, and I should be cross. I should go one, and then the other, and then this one, and then that one, and that one. But it doesn't penalize you if you don't. So, and now we can look at the order, and it's done. $52. Man, we are raking it in. $52. Let's go look at our other jobs. Let's see if we have anything that we have to fix, maybe more than one part. Because that just wasn't a good use of time. Oh, look at all these, but we can't take it yet. We don't have 3002 XP. We have 104 XP. So. Filters. Let's replace some filters. This is a Reno Piccolo. Again, maybe it's like a Kia Soul? I don't really know. Well, frame rate. Okay. Well, let's have a look. Air filter, fuel filter, and oil. Well, oil filter, that's underneath, so we'll need to get it up on a lift to do that. Let's use the right lifter this time. Where were all those places I could move it to? Let me go back and find it. Move it to. The test path, the paint shop, the parking, those are all grayed out. We don't have those things yet. And the dyno, okay. Put it on the dyno. I don't think that's related to changing the filters. I think this person would get mad if we just put their car on the dyno for no good reason. What? Okay, so, alrighty. So again, if we don't have to because we know what the parts are, but if we look at examine mode, you can see there's the filter. Oh look, there's the fuel filter and there's the oil filter, and they're all red. And that's all we know about this car. I'll take these clips off. So I turned the music on just so that it wasn't the gameplay noise and me talking and the music all at once. But it's actually not. It's not a bad soundtrack. There's some good tracks in there. It's kind of all like upbeat techno. Like what you would want on if you were working on a car, right? Kind of upbeat stuff. Keep you motivated. That's good stuff. And then weirdly in this game, I don't think you actually have to drain the oil to take the filter out. Because you can drain the oil. You can take out the oil drain plug. I don't want to do it right now because it's going to dump the oil all over the floor. But you can. But I think in this... And what happens is, if I were to just take the oil pan off, right? Dump all the 4 quarts or whatever of oil all over the ground, it would charge me $100 for a cleanup fee. But I think in this game, and I don't know if this is fixed in the new one, you can take off the oil filter. No problem. So I guess that doesn't dump oil everywhere, which is... anyone who knows about cars can tell me if that's actually how that'll work. Alright, so we need to buy all new filters. So we can search, and excuse the loud typing, for filter. So, oh, got a bunch of filters. Yeah, I do have some DLC. I do have some DLC for this game. So there is a W12 engine that I had to break one down. It was the crankshaft that was broken, and that took me like 45 minutes just to do it. I mean, just to break it down, take that part out, replace it, and get another one. So we've got all our filters. Frame rate. And we're just going to replace them. So we go into replace mode, put that filter back on, and then we can put the car down to replace the other 2 filters. So we can get to them in the engine compartment. Here we go. Put the air filter back in. And before I do all those annoying clips, we'll put the fuel filter back in. Oh, there's the oven. Alrighty, and we'll put a couple of clips on. Last couple of clips. And then because we didn't drain the oil, we don't need to replace it, so we'll close up the hood, and I think we should be good to go. $132. Well, it's still, it's not chump change. It's not a lot, but finish that up. Oh, and one thing I forgot, of course, is that we have still in our inventory all of the old parts. So we can actually... Hey, Felix! How's it going tonight? So we can actually sell these, which is nice. So we've got, what, 2,000... We've made $92 so far, and we can take those off. Sell these old parts. And look, we made $8 just selling some old filters. That's actually pretty realistic, I think. Oh, awesome. Well, I am about to probably go off stream. I just wanted to do a couple jobs to see how that would work out. So I will be happy to jump on board with you. So yeah, I think that is, I know, $8. Not bad. I'm pretty stoked. So I think that's going to be it for now. If I may switch between this and Human Resource Machine to kind of switch between the two. These are the two games that I found that I think stream pretty well. Obviously, the resolution's not fantastic. I think I'm running it at like 1024 by 768 or something like that. I think it's more widescreen than that. But hopefully it's not too terrible to watch. And so yeah, I think we'll pick it up and maybe let's see what kind of exciting jobs for the next time we pick this up. We could repair all the running gear faults and then, work up to these jobs where we need more XP to do them, and obviously they'd bring in more money. And so yeah, I think that'll be it for now. Just a quick little short session, and be exciting to pick this up and do some more jobs. See y'all later.